We have really lost a good one, boys. Andrey Santos has joined Manchester United for a reported £50 million. I have a horrible gut feeling that this will be looked back on like De Bruyne and Salah in a few years' time. Santos joined Chelsea at just 18 years old in 2023 after impressing in the Brazilian Serie A for his team Vasco da Gama. I think that's how you say it. The Blues secured his signature for just £10 million despite clubs like Porto and even Barcelona sniffing around trying to get their grubby little mitts on him at the time. Just after he signed for Chelsea, Santos captained Brazil to the Under-20 South American Championship and was named player of the tournament, as well as finishing joint top scorer, despite playing as a midfielder. I still remember the crazy hype around this time between Santos, obviously, and also Cesare Casadei. Bless him. Like both these guys being like all action box to box midfielders for their countries, like being the captains of their under-20 sides, like both of them absolutely fucking killing it. I'm thinking like, yes, let's go, boys. We're gonna have midfield sorted for the next 10 years. Like, and now that Santos has left following Casadei leaving like 3 years ago, whatever it was, it most certainly did not turn out to be that way. Or Casadei 2 years ago. 3 years ago was 2023. Fuck it, I don't know. He left a while ago. Now, even after all the success at international level, Chelsea still weren't 100% sure if Santos was Premier League ready. I mean, fair enough, you know, young kid coming out of Brazil. Not everyone can do it in their first season. Steve-O. I thought at the time, before, you know, playing with the big boys at Chelsea, I thought going to a lower level Premier League, still the Premier League, but a lower level Premier League team would be like the ideal move. That's where Forest come knocking. So for the 23/24 season, Santos joined Steve Cooper, the handsome devil, at his sort of up and coming, like exciting looking Forest team. And you know, as a Chelsea fan, I was excited to see Santos play week in, week out for like a lower level Premier League team and see how he grows, see if he is Premier League ready. Like, it was pretty interesting. He played fucking 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And an EFL Cup game, but Premier League. We wanted to see if he was ready for the Premier League. He played 7 fucking minutes. Cheers, mate, you ugly fuck. Chelsea obviously recalled this stupid loan after the tricky trees fucked us around. Now, no one really learnt anything from Andrey's first loan, well, lack of loan to Forest, and Chelsea didn't really have a place for him yet. So naturally, when you got a Chelsea player on the books without a home, you already know what they end up. Andrey finished the remainder of the 23/24 season on loan, of course, at Strasbourg. Baby Chelsea. It's funny though, I think this, from memory, was not too long after the takeover. I think this was like one of the first moves between Chelsea and baby Chelsea. So I didn't really know what to expect, but I sure as hell didn't think it would end up with him getting player of the season. Kinda. We'll get into it. Andrey fucking killed it in France. More notably in his first full season, which was a 24/25 campaign. But yeah, he was on one. Played a total of 45 games for the Baby Blues. Scored 12 and assisted 4. Not bad for a box-to-box midfielder. And yeah, as I mentioned, his great performances under then coach Liam Rosenior allowed him to be named the GFFN Young Player of the Year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure what that is. I think it is some like French news outlet. I don't know, but all I know is it's a fan and expert voted thing, and he got Young Player of the Year, beating the likes of Desiree Doué, Barcola, Cherky, João Neves. Like, that's no easy feat. I think that's all well and good and everything, but I think the craziest thing about his time at Strasbourg was the fact that he captained quite a few games as a fucking lone player. That's wild to me, but good on him. But as I mentioned before, we know he can captain teams to success. He did it for Brazil, so Brazil under-20s. He didn't make the World Cup team. Remember? Carlo? You big fat. Nah, side note, Carlo actually looks mad, like, he's thinned out a lot, so good on him. But anyway, fuck him, he didn't pick him. Now, after his fantastic season and a half in France, my boy Andrey was finally free of the infamous Chelsea loan jail, or the bomb squad, if you will. It was finally his time to put on that prestigious blue shirt. with no front sponsor. Now, despite all this excitement for him, Chelsea did have a very turbulent season, as we all unfortunately know, going through technically 3 managers: Maresca, his old mate LinkedIn Liam, as we mentioned before, and Callum McFarlane. This much switch up is bad for any player, let alone a fresh face trying to find his way into a big club. All things considered, I think he had a pretty solid season, like not to the heights of his time at Strasbourg, obviously, like it's a bigger club, a bit more pressure, a bit more like competition in your way. He did play a total of 47 games for Chelsea, which was pretty impressive. Scored 3, assisted 5, once again. Box-to-box midfielder. Didn't reach the same scoring heights as he did in his previous seasons, but it's Premier League and like it's just harder. But away from stats and that, I think just in general play, to me personally, eye test, I think he low-key suited the double pivot next to Caicedo a bit more than a certain Argentinian fella that we all love sort of did. I feel like that troublesome little fella Enzo gets a little bit lost playing in that pivot. And I assume under Xabi Alonso, we are going to play a 3-4-3 sort of formation, which includes a double pivot. And I just don't really know where Enzo fits into that, if he's not going to be like the left attacking midfielder sort of. Like, I can't see him being alongside Caicedo. I could have definitely seen Santos being alongside him, but that ship sailed, obviously. Look, at the end of the day, I am almost certain we have not seen the best version of Andrey Santos yet. That's why letting him go this early just feels so shit. Like, I don't know, man. This whole preseason, we've been led to believe that this is a new transfer sort of strategy. We've got Xabi Alonso, we're going to listen to whatever he wants, but like this still feels like a cheap early cash out. Like 40 million in the pocket of Blueco for a player that, as I mentioned, like I feel like could have had a really big part to play this season. And I seriously think that 40 million they've made for him now is going to seem like fucking chump change in a few years when he moves for 100 million to another club. I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me. I think he's a fantastic player. I wish him well-ish at United. I don't know, man. Just like the 2-3 seasons of waiting for this dude to break into the Chelsea team. And we get one decent season out of him and then sell him. Like, I remember first seeing the links and I'm just thinking like, nah, there's no way. We invested so much, not money, like we invested so much time and like loans into this guy. Like, it's just, it seems stupid when I saw the links and then they just kept popping up. And then, yeah, he's at United now. I'm really interested to see what this transfer strategy now from Chelsea is going to be. Like, I know we have Lavia, who I also personally really like, but brother, them injuries need to stop. Gun to my head, if I had to pick Santos or Lavia right now for next season, Santos, 100%. I know he played 47 games, as I mentioned, this season. Lavia has not played a full 90 minutes for Chelsea yet. Still, that is a crazy stat. I do like the look of Andrey Essugo as well, but he's not as all action, not as good going forward as Andrey Santos from what I've seen. So I don't know, man. I really think we're gonna fucking regret this. Anyway, it's done now. Overall, do you think this is a good move for Chelsea, or do you also think we're gonna regret this in a few years? Let me know what you think.